Howard Walmsley, the lottery liar. Many of us have a simple dream of winning the lottery and having all our financial woes taken care of. For most, that's all it ever will be, a dream. Imagine turning your dream into a full-blown lie, and imagine the consequences. Does it seem too far-fetched to be true? Here's the story of Howard Walmsley, the lottery liar. He was someone who turned a dream into a nightmare and dragged his loved ones along with him. His real-life story will have you on the edge of your seat. It all started with a little fib. Howard Walmsley told his wife he'd won a few quid after playing the national lottery. He and his wife were struggling to make ends meet, even though they were working. Debt collectors were coming round to the house and there wasn't a hope of being able to pay them anything. Howard's wife Kathy believed the lie, but before long, Howard was bragging he'd actually won £8,904,558. Over the next few months he conned, lied and bragged his way through a series of completely audacious gambles to keep the lie going. At his eventual trial, the court heard that Walmsley, who had actually been jailed twice before for deception, began the fantasy when his business ran into trouble. Walmsley claimed that he'd made the story up to save his failing marriage, which had been struggling for some time. The painter and decorator succeeded in keeping their love alive and felt that he'd saved his relationship with the lie, as he could provide Kathy with everything she'd ever wanted. The truth was, it was all a con, and she wasn't the only one who'd fallen victim to his lies. His other victims included banks and businesses, as well as two other women, who fell for his charms and eventually also loaned him money. These temporary, close relationships were forged on the understanding that the woman would lend him money and he would repay it. However, this never happened. When Walmsley's marriage was on the rocks, he spoke about buying a love nest with one of the women, and it led to her giving him £8,000. He also ran up thousands of pounds of credit with businesses who supplied materials for his work and repeatedly wrote checks to them, which not surprisingly all bounced. Walmsley tried to further impress his wife Kathy by revealing his intention to buy a 17th century £300,000 farmhouse in Derbyshire where they hailed from. He commissioned an architect to draw up plans for a huge extension to the property, which included 4 garages and a swimming pool. After this was done and the sale had ostensibly gone through, he put £293,000 into his solicitor's account, using a cheque he knew would bounce. It did, and the deal fell through. With so many debts and bouncing cheques, Walmsley was finally caught and arrested in 1999. On the trial, the prosecuting barrister Paul Watson commented that Walmsley had used forged documents to open numerous bank accounts with overdraft facilities. Walmsley told police he had won $8.4 million on the lottery, before admitting it was all untrue, and also admitting 12 different offences of deception and 1 of false accounting. At the time, his wife Kathy wrote to court and tried to help by pleading for mercy on her husband's behalf, saying that he had acted in the best interests of their relationship and had committed the offences he had to keep them together. Barrister for the defence, Andrew Hatton, said Walmsley, who had 1 child with his wife, had only made the story up because he was trying to save his shattered marriage and gain some respect. After the trial had gripped the nation, millions of viewers tuned in to watch a dramatic recreation of the event made for UK TV by the ITV network. Can't Buy Me Love was a film made about Walmsley's story. It starred former soap stars Martin Kemp and Michelle Collins playing a married couple who were brought together and torn apart by a lottery lie. In an interview with the media after his release, he told everyone how happy he was. "We have got over it and we have got back on our feet. I'm very lucky. Kathy could see the reason why I did it." But then, he was discovered looking for romance on the Loopy Love online dating service. He said he was divorced and earning up to £75,000 a year. He encouraged women with the line, "If you are a lady and can enjoy life to the full, drop me a line and let's grow old together." Little is known of what happened to Walmsley after his last misdemeanour, but it goes to show how a lie can spin out of control and ruin not just the perpetrator's life, but that of those around them too.